Sorry, we're bouncing here. I'm not sure what that piece of hair is doing currently. Just waiting on you guys. I know some of you liked that I was going live, so I know some of you are going to be here. It is Tuesday, it's live day. Scoot you back a little so I'm not right up in your face. I guess I can scoot back a little. I can't believe it's November already. What's going on? Life is flying by. That's very dramatic, but it's true. Hello, whoever's here. I'm glad you're here. I hate sitting here all alone. It feels very awkward. Who are you? Who are you? Thought we'd talk about some fun stuff today. I try to keep things light and have it be fun. Sometimes we get off on tangents, but that's what I love about you guys. I never know where you're going to take me in a live. Oh, that person decided they don't want to talk to me. Fine. 2 minutes. I think if I feel like if you're on here for like 4 minutes and nobody comes in, it's maybe like a sign that you shouldn't be here. Like, it's only been a little over 2 minutes so far. Hey, Christy, yay! I should have known. Hey, Penny, yay, yay. Oh, my girls, I love you guys. I was starting to feel so lonely, like nobody was gonna come and say hi to me today. Something kind of funny though, I was panicked right as I went to go live because I decided to, well, not decided to, I kind of had to delete YouTube off my phone the other day because my phone storage was so full and I couldn't figure out why. And then it was showing it was YouTube. Well, it's from doing lives and then it stores it on here and I couldn't get it off. So I had to delete it. Oh, okay. I had to delete it and just planned to put it back on. Well, I forgot until I was coming on here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 2 minutes before everything's, or before I'm supposed to start, and I don't even have YouTube on my phone at the moment. So I had to reinstall it, but yeah. So if your phone, if you do lives and your phone is like, ooh, a nap sounds nice. Your phone storage seems ridiculous. It's because of that. So I need to figure out how, like, I don't know if I can just delete it off of my phone, the lives, because they're already saved on YouTube. Like, I don't know. Like, they're not saved on my phone. It's like YouTube just holds that, like the app holds it or something. I don't know. It's really weird. So it was taking everything over. Okay. Because I was like, I kept deleting stuff. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Myrna. I said it wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. But yeah, I was like, what is going on with my phone? Like, I have no storage space because I record all my videos on my phone, everything. So I always record and upload from it and then delete them. But it wouldn't even let me like save because I edit on my phone too, just with iMovie. And it wouldn't even let me save the videos I was editing because it was so full. And I'm like, what is going on? So yeah. So thankfully figured that out and got YouTube reinstalled before I was supposed to be coming on here. So you guys didn't even know until I told you, because I tell myself about everything. Jenny, oh yes, Christmassy. Oh, Debbie, you're having the same issues as me. Yeah, my phone, when I do the lives, it's like YouTube saves it. So I think if I just delete YouTube, the app, and then put it back on, it goes away, because that's what happened. It was gone. So I'm like, okay. I'll actually have to look. I do most stuff on my laptop, but I record on my video. Oh, I see what you're asking, Debbie, if she's having issues or if she's having issues with her laptop, because you record on your laptop, right, Debbie? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting ready for, okay. So it's just doing the same thing though. It's like the lives are storing, I don't know. Was that supposed to be funny? Like, Debbie's got issues? Or were you being serious? Isn't that funny about like things in writing? Like, you don't know the tone, so it's like you can read it a bunch of different ways. It's like when there's people who do like snotty things and stuff all the time. That's so funny. Like when you get like a text from them or something, you read it in like a tone. Like you just assume they're being snotty, and it's like they might not be at all. But like I've had some family members like that I'm like, are they being like snarky right now and like, passively aggressive, or is this like, am I just totally reading into it wrong? But I guess it tells you something. If people read your stuff and assume you're being like a snot about it, you're probably a snot. Like, get yourself in check. Oh my gosh. There's 6 of you here. Yay. But yeah, I'm getting ready to go on my girls' shopping weekend. So we leave on Thursday morning, and we'll come back Sunday, and I can't wait. Yes, I know that, Penny. We all know. You see, I always tell people, I'm like, if I'm mean to you, I like you. It's not mean. It's like if I'm sassy to you, hello. Like I am playfully like, you know what I mean? Like a pick on you playfully kind of thing. So, but you can tell the difference when somebody's doing that or when they're like just being a snot. That's so funny. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to go on my shopping weekend, but at the same time, I'm like struggling a little bit because um my husband found out kind of last minute that he's got to go on to this conference, and so he leaves today, this evening. So he'll get to eat dinner with us, and then he'll have to go. Um, my main shopping goal this trip. Yes, exactly, Debbie. If I'm comfortable enough to razz you about stuff, you know that I like you. Same thing, yes. Hey, Carla. I'm glad you're here. That's so funny. Hi, Sandra. Oh, yay. Actually, Sandra, you wait, because I'm going to be talking about you. um, but my main objective this year, we're having a little bit of a hard time with gifts for the kids. I know Riley wants like some mats for his floor mats for his car and stuff, which those can be pretty pricey. Like I asked Gavin what he wanted. He's my oldest, and he's 22. He'll be 23 in February. He was like, I don't know. He was like trying to come up with stuff, and I said, okay, so that kind of tells you like everyone's having a hard time, that we already have everything we need. Like, let's be real. If you can't even think of something to tell somebody that you want, and so then Asher, my youngest, who just turned 16, he's been having a hard time coming up with stuff he wants, because we kind of made a thing several years ago that we don't do video games. I don't know. They dominate so much of their time and stuff. I don't want to put my money into it. So we had told the kids that several years ago. If grandparents or people like that want to buy you video game stuff, fine, but we are not. So that's, a lot of times that's the kind of stuff that they want, and I'm not buying it. So I'm like, pick something else. And so Brian and I are kind of toying with like a family gift idea that I kind of brought up to him. So we're going to look into that more. And kind of get the kids' feedback on it and stuff. And then, so basically for the shopping trip, I'm gonna get myself something, because I always kind of shop for myself a little bit. I don't have anything really in mind that I'm planning on getting, so it'll just be whatever I find that makes me happy. And then I am doing again with last year with Rena from Boxes and Deals and Clara. Clara Barrera, we did a 12 days of Christmas like advent calendar kind of thing package that we sent to each other. So Rena sent to me, I sent to Clara, and Clara sent to Rena. And we wanted Debbie to do it too, but she was having some stuff going on. So this year she's joining us, and so we're super excited. So Debbie's in it this year too. And Debbie has me, actually, lucky me. And I have Rena this year. So I have been buying stuff for Rena. I already have like a bunch of stuff. But my plan is to get the rest of her things while I'm on this trip. So I'm excited about it. Yes, it is so much fun. And so I'm going to be doing it the same way. We're all going to do it just however works best for us. But I'm going to do it the same way I did last year, where, December 1st through 12th, each day I open a gift, but then I will compile it into all into one video. And, hey, Carla. And so December 15th, I believe, is when we will upload the videos. So it's going to be super fun. So I'll do the same thing I did last year. Some days I'm done up because I am going somewhere. Some days I'm in my pajamas and I move around the house. Sometimes I'm in front of the Christmas tree. Sometimes I'm in front of my fake fireplace, which is actually right next to my Christmas tree. Or, you know, I just kind of move around and try to change up the scenery, and I look different every day because you don't know what you're going to get. And it was super fun to every day, like those first 12 days. Aw, thank you, Debbie. And I love the trees. Oh, yes. Get me in that mood. But yeah, so it was super fun to every day know, and especially, you know, like sometimes you're having kind of a cruddy day and be like, I get to open a present today. So it was like every day was exciting and it was just awesome. This I was like, this is really fun. I think I'm gonna have to tell my husband, like, you should have a gift for me every day. Then I'll just have something to look forward to every day. Both the Carlas are here. I know, I saw that. How fun. I only know one Carla, like in like real life, that I actually see, which I haven't seen her in a long time. But so it's kind of funny to have two in my life. But yeah, so basically buying myself something. Thanksgiving stuffing, yes. um Carla squared, that's cute. Ah, I'd love to be taking a nap right now. Christy just woke up from one, lucky girl. um but yeah, so buying myself something fun if I find something I want, and then finishing my shopping for Rena. But really, other than that, I have most of my shopping done. So Jenny, I think I still want to get one more thing for you. So that's something I'll probably keep an eye out for. I already bought you some stuff while I was over on the west side the other day. But I love shopping too. It's just so much fun. And honestly, the only reason I'm sort of like apprehensive, my little angel Jenny, I absolutely love her. She's my soul sister. And she's super fun to shop for because we like a lot of the same types of things, like, so it makes it very easy to shop for her. But yeah, so my husband's leaving this evening, and then he comes back Thursday afternoon. I leave Thursday morning and then don't come back till Sunday. And I know it sounds ridiculous to some people, but like, we don't spend time away from each other. Like, we don't like to be away from each other like that. So the longest we're away from each other every year is my like 3 nights for my girls' weekend. And then he chaperones usually a 5th grade camp for the school. So that's usually like 2 nights. So those are really the only times that we are away from each other, you know, for multiple days. And so it's going to be 5 nights, and neither of us are excited about that. So I've been just kind of like about that. And then it's just the timing was bad that it backed up to each other like that. And also we've been on the go constantly doing a ton of fun stuff. So that's been awesome, but it's still overwhelming to me because I get overwhelmed easily. So I'm kind of overwhelmed. I wish that like the fun stuff was more spread out instead of everything just being packed together. And then there are some family, you know, it's a bunch of women. It's all the women 21 and older on my mom's side of the family, which there's usually 14 of us. There's going to be 13 this year. Actually 12 for most of the days because my one cousin. Oh, thank you for the reminder of thumbs up, Christy. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, my one cousin's only going to come for like a day or two. But her husband had some medical issues a couple months ago and stuff. So that's the reason why she's not coming the whole time. I agree, Jenny. And that is the thing. Like, a lot of people are like, oh good, I can get a break from my spouse. I literally have never felt that way. This is true, Christy. And that's the thing. It's all these women. My grandma goes. So it's my grandma, my aunts, my mom, my sisters, my cousins, you know, and it's, so what, range from 81 is my grandma's age. And then the youngest is my cousin Rachel, I think, who is like 26. Hey, Kat. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I think like 26 to 81 is the age range. But, you know, some people have very strong personalities, and sometimes it's a little much for the ones who don't. Yes, different personalities. And, you know, it makes me think too, like, some people are chronic complainers, and I'm obviously not going to call anybody out. I love these people. They are my family. But some people sometimes are a little difficult to be around for long periods of time. And, you know, when you're spending multiple days with people, and like, if you're a chronic complainer, you really need to check yourself, because, and I'm saying that from somebody who used to be a chronic complainer. I was very negative all the time, found the worst case scenario and everything. My husband still calls me worst case scenario girl, but it's more like things like, like something bad's gonna happen, like somebody's gonna get hurt or blah, 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 you know, like that. Not like, oh, this isn't gonna work out because of this, you know, or whatever. Oh my goodness, it's so funny talking about your mother-in-law. Yeah, I'm not saying anything about that. She's not on that trip. But it's just, you know, here's the thing. If you have issues with every people group you're with, every job you go to, like your coworkers, whatever, the issue is you. Like, nobody wants to think that they are the issue. But truthfully, if you are, hello, Jessa, are you new to my lives? I don't think I've seen you here before, right? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, you know, if you have issues everywhere you go with people, you are the issue. Like, it's not always somebody else. And that's a hard thing. Nobody wants to like examine themselves like that, but you have to. Like, you have to. I would never want to be someone that people feel like I'm miserable to be around. You know what I mean? Or like, oh gosh, like, you should be able to, especially with your family, lovingly talk to people about things like that. And, you know, let people know, like, this is something that you do that, you know, is hurtful to people, or, you know, it causes tension or whatever. Let people speak that into your life. Like, people, you know, it's not the same as having people who come, hi Michelle, who come and say, you know, you're this or that, you know, and like, it's like a rude thing. That's different than someone who, you know, loves and cares about you. New to life, you, but only 25 years of knowing you. Jessica! Is it Jessica? I can't see your picture on there. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I need to look really close. Jessica, I love you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so Jessica, I have to stop and tell you guys this right now, because Jessica and my sister Dana became like best friends when they were kids, like when we were in school. And then Jessica spent a lot of time at our house, so she and I became really close too. So we kind of became like sisters, like, and she lives in California. Well, no, not anymore. She lived in California for several years. And then, what state are you in right now? I can't remember. But we never get to see each other. Like, the last time we saw each other was it 5 years ago? Alabama. Okay, you're in Alabama now. So yeah, I think, and she has had a baby since then. Jessica, you need to come and visit, because I need to get my hands on that child. 2014, that's insane. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Yeah, we definitely need to get together. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're here. I love you. Aw. It totally does. Oh my gosh, it just makes me so happy. When she said 25 years of knowing you, I'm like, what? Aw, yes. Oh, she's the best. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But yeah, anyway, just that kind of thing about, like, we all need to realize, I love you, that we have things. If there's something in our life that we are doing, that someone that we trust and love comes to us and talks to us about, we need to be able to stop and examine ourselves. It's never a comfortable thing, but for somebody who loves you to be able to go to you and say that, it's not comfortable for them either. And so, like, yeah, we need to be able to take constructive criticism and do something positive with it. And some people just can't do that. Oh, yay. Okay, good, Debbie. That makes me happy. Yes, I understand the celebration of that. Dang technology. I'm like, I feel so old sometimes, like, with stuff. Like, even, like, because my grandma was talking about something with Facebook, and, like, that she knows how to do it. And I said, but that really, Grandma? My kids know far more than I do. And that's only the generation gap between me and them. So for, like, her from them, like, it's, technology changes so quickly. And stuff, like, I cannot. And yes, I have a husband who's a tech guy, but it's still, like, I'm not gonna ask him every little thing about stuff either. And so, I mean, he's great about helping out, but I don't want to drive him nuts with every little question I have. Yeah, not having somebody younger there who can fix it for you. That's the thing. At least my husband, like, he can do all that kind of stuff, so that's good, because he's a technology director for a school district. But yeah, I'm like, oh. And it's so funny. I was just watching somebody's video the other day. Yes, you guys, if you could please run Clara's playlist, that would be fantastic. Hi, Anne. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, she's so close to getting monetized, and she's got some stuff going on right now. And like I said last week with Raven that I was talking about, you guys, let's love on people. Let's help each other out. And just, you know, when we know somebody's going through something hard, let's do something positive for them, whatever that might be able to be. For Clara right now, let's do that. Let's run her playlist so that we can help her get monetized. That would be fantastic. Thank you for bringing that up. Definitely, definitely. Aw, yay. Well, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, because I don't know if she's still on here or not. But I wanted to share with you guys this awesome, so Sandra M, that you saw pop up on here, she has herself a little business. Aw, Debbie, thank you. You're so sweet. And I decided to order some things from her. They're going to be mostly gifts. I got something for myself, but most things are going to be gifts. Oh, Christy, you are the best. Christy is such an awesome supporter. Look at her. She's running Clara everywhere. And, oh, I just dropped something. Hold on. We should be lifting people up. Yes, that is the truth. Clara Barrera is her channel. Yes. Sandra, thank you so much. Girl, you don't have to do that. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you guys, I'm telling you, these are the people we want to support their businesses. I am very big this year on trying to, you know, Christmas shopping and stuff, doing things from small businesses, especially if it's somebody that I have connected with somehow through YouTube or Instagram or whatever that might be. Like, let's do that for people. These big places, Amazon, yes, it's convenient, you know, Walmart, whatever, but they don't care. These people who have these small businesses, you guys, are cheering every time they get an order. Like, this is so awesome. Let's do this for each other. Plus, it's just fun to get gifts that are unique. Like, it's not just the same stuff all the time, you know? And so I'm going to show you. First off, she sent to me, yes, absolutely. So I don't know, can somebody link your Instagram on here? Is that how that works? Oh, thank you. Yeah, because she has Instagram is how you order from her. Yes, that's the right one. Beauty is ageless 55 for Clara. So I'm going to show you, and oh my goodness, I'm probably going to say this wrong. Aw, that's okay, Christy. Thank you. Is it Colores Cultura? Colores? I am terrible. I do not speak Spanish, and I feel so bad. But I'm going to show you the card so that you can see and get the information there. But then I will be linking her Instagram down in, it's blurry. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but I will be linking it down. Okay, thank you so much, Penny. Penny is a rock star with that. Okay, thank you. I'm like, I don't want to say this so horrible, and like, it should be beautiful, and I'm like, but anyway, she has this business. Now, she has artisans in Mexico that hand make these items that then are shipped to her, and she sells them. And so I am so excited. When I got this package, so it came in this beautiful pink bubble wrap. When I opened it up, I was going to open it up and just look at everything. It is a very pretty card. But everything was packaged so pretty. I was like, you know, I'm going to wait and show this to everybody because I want you guys to see this, and because these would make phenomenal gifts. These are gifts. So first though, she sent me, I'm like, I can't wait. I was like, I have to show this so that I can wear it. She sent me this, which I'm going to go ahead and just put it on, then I can show you. This bracelet that is so beautiful. The colors I absolutely love. And of course my fingers don't want to work at the moment. Oh, there we go. So it is this beaded bracelet right here. Look at that. It is so pretty. And it's just got like a little, like a beaded part right here with a loop that just slips over it. So it's easy to get on and off. It is so pretty. I absolutely love it. Oh, yay, you already ordered something, Kat. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to leave that bracelet on so we can look at how beautiful it is as I talk. But then the other things I ordered, she has so beautifully packaged like this. This cute little tissue paper with a little thank you for supporting my small business sticker. Live, the camera when you do a live is just not that great. But I thought this was so cute the way she did this. And so I'm like, yes, I definitely want to show you guys. So I ordered some things for gifts and then something for me because I had to. Come on. So I'll show you the gift things first. And they are, I'm trying to nicely unwrap here. They are some beautiful leather bracelets. Okay, so this bracelet too, this beaded one, she does thick beaded ones. You guys, if you've seen Debbie's videos, she's been wearing it. It's a thick beaded one, and it's like flowers. It's got blue and stuff on it. It's so stinking gorgeous. And once I saw her wearing it, I'm like, oh dang it, I'm gonna have to order one of those for me. So that will be happening. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Okay, that's awesome, Kat. So Kat's gonna be featuring more things from Sandra. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But so I ordered these bracelets. So these are 3 of the small ones. Oh, Leo, I didn't see you come in. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. So I ordered these bracelets. Like, they're so pretty. So they're leather bracelets, and you can size them 2 ways. There's 2, you know, so you can have them be bigger if you need it, or a little smaller. And she actually was so sweet, because I was like, you know, would this fit on like a 10-year-old? And so she sent me pictures of her daughter. Was your daughter 8? Is that what you said? That was, no, she was, no, I don't remember. My brain leaves me sometimes. But anyway, she took pictures of her daughter wearing them to show me how they would fit. Like, that is awesome. She's 8. Okay, I thought I remember that. But that's what I'm talking about. You can't get that kind of customer service from a big box store, you know? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah, so she knew I was wondering if this would fit on a child, and so she sent me pictures of her daughter wearing it, so I know, and she showed me like the space in between with her finger and everything. Like, hello, that's amazing. So these are those first 3 that I got, and I'm not going to say who they're for, just in case one of those people ends up watching. And then I also got this one. So these are more like daisies, like these are more like sunflower, and they're smaller. Is that your Lady Gaga palette? Oh, no, this isn't. This is actually the Nomad America's Parks palette. So this is the difference in the size of those. So you've got a little bit bigger, like these daisy ones. Aren't those beautiful? Like, seriously, you guys, how cute is that? I'll just sort of wrap it, but I'm not going to snap it. But to give you an idea of what it looks like. How cute is that? How cute is that? And like with a denim shirt like this, oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, dang it, I'm gonna have to order myself all this stuff. So those are things I ordered as gifts. And then I had to order myself something that I saw that I was just like, oh, you guys, another thing I had to force myself not to order. She has these gorgeous clutches. So gorgeous. There's like a cream and black one. Yeah, I almost ordered it, but I didn't. I'm like, I'm supposed to be shopping for other people, not for me. But absolutely beautiful. You guys definitely have to check it out and see what she has. But I'm so excited about this because it's gonna go in my background. Let me get it all fancied up for you, because I want to give the full effect. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so much prettier in person. I knew it would be even, but so I got myself one of these tassel crosses. Look at that big old pretty tassel. But look at, it's so beautiful, and just the detail. It's so pretty. And I was like, oh, I want to get that because it will end up hanging back here so that you guys will see it in videos. Yeah, I think so, Christy. You'll have to go on Instagram. Let me see. Yeah, it just shows Instagram. She also has her, I know, isn't it so beautiful? She has an email address on here. My words are not coming to me. So it's S Martinez C. Okay, so I'll spell it for you. SMARTINEZC89 @ So I can put that down in the description box after too, because I don't think you can see it on the card, since for some reason the camera is just cruddy on lives. But yes, so beautiful. So I'm sure if you didn't have yes, and she's got amazing shoes. You guys, there's so much. Definitely check it out. It's absolutely beautiful. And these are gifts that would be unique. And especially if you have somebody who's hard to buy for, like who has everything kind of thing. You know, these are things that are like special and unique that you could get for them. So I am so thrilled. I could not be happier with Yeah, that's a great idea, Penny. Thank you so much. But I mean, look at that detail on there. The colors are so pretty. I just absolutely love it. So that is going to be a beautiful little addition to my background. I'll wait till after Christmas and stuff because, you know, it's going to be Christmas colors back here. But yeah, so those and the bracelets I'm giving as gifts, but I kind of just want to keep for myself. Are what I purchased so far. But like I said, I know I'm going to be having to get myself one of those thick beaded bracelets. And the thing is too, you can totally put them together. Like this one could go next to it. But look how pretty. Oh, I love it. And I love the colors. There's like a gray and white and a light purple and then like a royal blue and black. It's so stinking pretty. So absolutely love it. And so thank you so much, Sandra. These are beautiful products, what am I trying to say? Items that I'm excited to give as gifts. Like I'm actually excited about it. You know, like sometimes you buy stuff. I try to be a very mindful gift giver because that's like my love language. I love giving gifts and I love receiving gifts is also a love language for me. It just makes me feel special. And so I am very mindful of things that I choose for people. Oh, no problem, Debbie. So, you know, I like to find things that are special. You can tell I put effort in. I didn't just pick something up. Yes, thank you so much, Penny. Absolutely no problem. Thank you so much, Sandra. Seriously, I am so happy with these, and would love to just in the 70s see 70s is probably why I'm drawn to that. But yeah, let's support small businesses, sweet people, like people who are actually kind and appreciate your business. Like those are the people we want to support. So I definitely wanted to share about that with you guys and let you know. So you can I hope we can flutter. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm her with orders, but I hope we can like make this Christmas season for her like really awesome as far as all the orders that she gets and stuff like that. The lighting is changing. Okay, so this is pretty funny. Oh, see, awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I put a blanket up over my window over here when I record, but the sun is getting like really bright and then going away. So I keep seeing like the color change. So that's what's happening there in case you're wondering. But, aw, you guys are just you're so awesome. See, that's why I'm like, I want to share about this because I know other people feel the same way I do as far as like wanting to, yeah, just love on people. And this is a cool way to do it too. So, yay. I'm so happy with this. And she was so sweet too, because at first I had picked a different one. And then when I was looking, I'm like, I don't want to be a pain, but can I switch it to that one? She's like, no, I want you to get what you want, you know, what you'd be happy with. And I am so happy with this. So it's absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love it. So thank you. So yay. So yeah, now we'll see what I decide to pick up for Girl Shopping Weekend. It was funny. I almost ordered like a jacket. Oh, thank you. Okay, this is so funny. I have a silver one that is similar but just slightly different. And then something else. I got these, I'm trying to think of where I got these from. It was honestly, I think like Walmart, but years ago. Like, and they were on clearance, of course, because that's the only way I do things. Oh, thank you. Those are from Walmart on clearance, actually. I think I got them last year. But yeah, I love to just find special little things. So I'm excited to see. Oh, I was going to order myself. I've been kind of looking at, I want like a cheetah print kind of, or leopard print, like a fuzzy jacket sort of, but like I don't want a hood on it. I'm kind of picky about stuff like that. I'm like, I'll never put the hood on, so I don't want the bulk of a hood on the back. And so I just want like one with a collar, but not too fluffy that's like against my neck because that drives me crazy. And I don't want, a lot of them are cropped. Well, I don't want like a super cropped one, but I don't want one that's too long either. So some cropped are okay because I'm short, but some cropped are too cropped. I'm, you know, picky. And since I'm looking on Poshmark so that I don't actually have to spend money because I just have a balance there that I'd buy it with, that's kind of what I've been looking at. Well, then now I haven't even looked in the past week because I was like, well, I wouldn't get it in time for my shopping trip anyway, so I'm not even gonna look. I usually, this is kind of a weird thing. My sisters and cousins and I talk about this, right? That when we go shopping throughout the year, like a lot of times we think about things in terms of wearing them on Girl Shopping Weekend. It's so weird. I have no idea why, but like that's just something that we always think about. Like you're shopping, thinking about what you're gonna wear for the trip when you go shopping. Kind of funny. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I like to wear cute, fun outfits and stuff. I know my Doc Martens will be coming with me. But yeah, wearing things that are comfortable because you're walking all day. Yeah, I have a hard time with hoods. That's why I don't wear a lot of hoodies, because I feel like it always pulls back. And certain ones, they make the hood way too heavy, so it does pull back against your neck, and I cannot stand that. It's just not, I don't know. I like my winter coats have hoods on them, and that's okay because sometimes I actually do use that. But like for as far as like different shirts or just like little jackets and stuff, I don't want a hood on it. Oh, I bet that's so cute. Yeah. See, I would like that too. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Yay, thank you so much. Oh, why'd you do that? Why'd you put it on and take it off? I have a bunch of stuff sitting here that I need to list on Poshmark. So that's something I'll be doing once I get back from my trip and stuff and have more time. Yeah, and that's the thing. But I never understood, like, a lot of baby clothes, they have a hood on the shirt. Like, I'm talking little babies. And I'm like, when do you put that hood on them? And babies lay on their back and stuff all the time. So that is like always like bunched up. I've never understood that. And so many things are made like that. I'm like, why do they put hoods on all these little baby shirts on like tiny babies that like can't even sit up and stuff? So they're just forced to have this bulk behind their neck. I don't get it. Strange. A lot of design things when you think about, I'm like, who came up with this? Oh, well, okay, Carla, that's an awesome reason not to. I love that. You guys have maybe heard me talk about Cass from the channel Clutterbug. She lives in Canada, and she is so dang funny. This woman is hilarious. And she did a video. They're kind of doing like a declutter boot camp right now. And she did one talking about donating things. Oh my gosh, funny. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, people are crazy. But so she was talking about donating things and things that she's personally got to see, you know, people who don't have things, you know, or whatever, like, say, you know, women in shelters who fled a scary situation and basically fled with just what they have, and like their kids too, and, you know, stuff like that, and being able to see how it can bless people, the stuff that you have that you aren't using. And so she said, you know, like, it just made me think so much about, and she got really emotional, and she doesn't usually do that, and she kept going, I'm such a crybaby, like, knock it off, like, she's trying to make herself. But I'm like, no, I said, and I never like comment, she's got a huge channel, so I never really comment on it, you know. But I said, you know, I already loved you and love watching you, but this just made me love you even more, because you could just see how much it meant to her, and what she's saying is so true. And she actually commented back to me, and so I was like, we were happy about that. But which is why I like to be able to comment back to you guys, because there's just, you know, big channels like that, a lot of times you leave comments and they never say anything back. And I understand to some extent they can't, because it's just, it would be overwhelming. But some people only put out one video a week, and I'm like, you can't go through your comments, you know, just do some a day, I don't know. But anyway, it really made me think about the things that we hold on to. Like, I have a basement full of stuff, full of bins of clothes and stuff like that that aren't getting worn year after year. I mean, some of them are like the boys' stuff that now are growing out of, that I need to just, you know, take and donate. But these things that we have a hard time letting go of, but we're not using. Yes, that is amazing. That's what I love. And that's something about like Dossier, the perfume company, how if you return a perfume because you don't like it, you know, or it just doesn't work for you or whatever, they donate it to places like that so that someone can use it and get enjoyment from it. I think that's awesome. And so, you know, it just made me think though about like these things that sit in my basement that I'm like, well, I might use this, I might want this at some point. Those are things that somebody else could be so blessed by right now. Why am I holding them in these bins in my basement, letting them rot away, when somebody else right now might be so incredibly blessed by them? Like, it would be amazing. Oh, yikes. That sounds expensive. So yeah, it just really made me, I'm like, that's going to make going through my basement so much easier, because it's like, you know what? What am I holding on to this stuff for? How stupid. It's like stuff that is making me feel anxious because I've just got so much stuff, and somebody else might just be like so incredibly like excited about it, you know, that I'm like, I might use that. I might want that. Well, that's so dumb. So yeah. And then like thinking about the one thing I was thinking of a possibility, I'm not saying what it is yet because I don't really know for sure if we're going to do it or not, but for like a family Christmas gift, I'm like, this would be the perfect reason to get down there and clear out that basement so that it's like a wide open space and we can use it, you know, more effectively. Um, so like, I'm like, it's going to be way easier to go through and donate stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, brand new things. It's like if you know you're not going to use it, there's no sense in having beauty products and stuff that sit there and then end up expiring, you know, getting old and then no one can use them. What good is that? Yeah, no kidding, Penny. Oh my gosh. I would love to blame it on my kids, the mess in the basement, but honestly, I can't. It's mostly my junk or just things that haven't been getting rid of like I should, you know. Oh, thank you. It's just so true. Like it's just so easy to be like, I'll just leave it there. I might want it, you know, and stuff, and not thinking about, you know, what we could be using that stuff for that would just be something so beneficial for somebody else. Like, definitely, definitely want to be more mindful of things like that. I don't have any Halloween candy actually. We went to my mom and dad's and just had like a family thing, and she did little snack bags of candy for the kids, but like they ate it all immediately. And aw, thank you. You guys are so awesome. I just love you guys. Oh, I would like to eat. I did eat a caramel apple. I won't lie. We made caramel apples at my mom and dad's, and I definitely ate one of those. And I enjoyed every second of it. Except for I was like, oh, but we need crushed peanuts to go on this because that's my favorite. But just the caramel was good. It was good. And it was a nice juicy apple, not like a dry, icky one. Or like the mushy ones. Ugh. That's so disappointing to me when you have an apple and you're like excited about it and you bite into it and it's like that mushy. No, I want like a crunch, you know? Some crisp. Oh, that's hilarious, Penny. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And I think, was I saying that last week about, I think so, about, you know, like, because giving gifts is something I enjoy doing, not realizing that's not everyone feels that way about receiving gifts. Like, not everyone gets excited about that. They're just like, what do I do with this? You know, kind of thing, which is why I'm doing some of the things I am for Christmas. Caramel apples are so good. Thank you so much for being here, Kat. I hope the rest of your day goes by quickly, your work day. Um, but yeah, just giving things that are like, you know, wearable or consumable and stuff like that, and getting them from local places and stuff like that is just, I think that's like such a fun way to do things that makes such a difference for the people that own those businesses and stuff, and can be special gifts that people don't get all the time, you know. It's not like you just ran into the store and were like, oh, I need something for Aunt Sue or whatever, you know. So definitely am excited about that. I I said to my husband, I go, aren't you surprised? Like when we went over last week, we left Wednesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning, and came back Friday evening. When we were over to the west side of the state, we went to Traverse City for his nerd conference. And, oh, that would be a delicious way to do it, Penny, and much less messy, too. That's a good idea. Thank you. Can count on Penny for like the good treats. But yeah, I usually when we go over like for stuff like that, like we go in all the little shops and stuff, and I just buy stuff that I don't need to buy. That's okay, Debbie. Yes, easier for kids and us to eat. Let's be real, like it's pretty messy. Um, but so I was like, you know what? I don't even care about going in all these little shops and stuff. And so we did a couple things, like we went to the farm market that we know we love and got a bunch of gifts there and stuff. And but I did not buy anything for myself on that trip. And I typically am somebody who's like, ooh, this is cute, ooh, you know. And I've been really moving away from that because I'm trying to get rid of stuff, not bringing more stuff in. Now I still like things, but I'm like, okay, but I would rather let other people, if they want to gift me something, then it's something special to me. rather than me just going in these places and buying something for myself. You know what I'm saying? So was like, I'm like, can you believe this? Like, I didn't buy anything for myself on this trip. Actually, that's a lie. I just lied to you. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I lied. I did buy myself one tea package from the farm market. I wanted to try this blueberry tea, so I did buy that. I haven't drank it yet. Maybe I'll have that when I get off of here. Um, but so I did buy myself one thing. I did buy myself a tea packet. But yeah, it was like 75 cents, I think, or something. So that I did buy. I mean, and don't get me wrong, we like went out to eat and stuff, but actually we went, oh, Carla, don't you hate that? It's so expensive. I know. It's so funny because my dad's birthday is December 10th. Well, when I was younger, for some reason, I did my registration stuff on his birthday. And so every year, like our license plate renewal and stuff is on my dad's birthday. And my husband's always like, oh, like he tells my dad, like, oh, when your birthday comes around, I know it's going to cost me money because we have to do our stupid renewal. It's like so expensive. Well, and then like we complain about our roads in Michigan and stuff, and then you'll go other places and like, oh, the roads are really nice. But then a lot of these states have toll roads. So I'm like, okay, that's why their roads are nice, because you pay a toll to drive on most of them, so they have money to repair them better. And of course, the more north you are, because of our changes in weather and stuff, it's harder on the roads. But I'm like, do I want to deal with crappy roads or pay a toll to drive places? I, I, I mean, it's hard on your car and stuff, but truthfully, we don't drive that many places that we have to worry about it. And we live on dirt roads, so it kind of doesn't matter anyway. Like, you just have to, on our dirt roads, you have to drive carefully, slow and stuff, and avoid potholes and all that good stuff. Are they really bad there? Because, like, my uncle lives in Georgia, and he's always like, he lived in Michigan for years and then moved down to Georgia. And he's like, the roads in Michigan are so terrible, whatever. Our roads in Georgia are great. And I'm like, well, yeah, but it's a warmer climate, though. Temperature, I mean, still in Georgia, the temperature does change, a decent amount. But up here, when you're having so much like the freezing and stuff like that, I can imagine that is hard on, the materials and stuff. So, and we've had construction going on around here since, I think they closed stuff on my birthday, which was April 12th. And it's still going on, like driving me nuts. Yeah, it's like, I feel like there's always construction happening and the roads still always just don't seem good. I'm like, what exactly happened here? Who knows? Yes, they do use salt on the roads. Good old salt trucks. You hate if you get behind one of those things. Because it's hard to pass them because the salt is throwing out like to the sides and stuff. So it's like, and you want to hang way back so you don't have salt flying on your car. But that is very hard on like your vehicles and stuff too. Okay, we switched to sand there. I wish we would. Plus, I cannot stand like certain shoes and stuff you have in the winter when they use salt everywhere, like outside stores and stuff. I mean, I get it, obviously, so people aren't slipping and falling. But is it worse? Oh, okay. But it like ruins your stuff, like that salt that gets on things. And so I'm like, sometimes I see really cute, oh, yeah, that's no good. But I'll see like really cute, like, suede kind of looking boots or something. Aw. Oh, that's so funny. April 9th, we have really close birthdays. Um, but yeah, I'll see like these really cute like suede kind of boots or booties or something, but I'm like, but in the winter, I don't want to wear that because I know as soon as you walk through somewhere where there's been salt, it like leaves those marks and I can't figure out how to get it off. So if anybody knows, please let me know. Yeah. And I love winter. Like I am definitely like a fall and winter girl, but there's some things that I'm like, like I just want to wear the cute stuff and not get it ruined. But I like that I'm not sweating to death like in summer. For sure. Yeah, so that's kind of my toothbrush and Windex. Really? Like, because for my real leather, like I have, like real leather moccasins and stuff, which I love. They're so stinking cute. I don't wear them in the winter though. I wear them like in the fall, but I spray them with like a leather protector and stuff. So those I keep really careful, like good care of. Okay, that's good to know. I'll have to try that out. Um, but I forgot what I was gonna say. I've got some Swedish meatballs cooking in the crock pot right now. And then they're keto. They're one of the meals I did when I did the freezer meals. Like, it smells so good. I'm like, it's making me hungry. My stomach's actually growling like crazy right now. Um, and then I'll make, huh, that is good to know. I never would have thought that. Um, I'll make like egg noodles for the boys to have theirs over, but they're keto. Like, for my husband and I, like, we won't eat them with egg noodles. Actually, I'll probably make some cauliflower rice and we'll just kind of put it over that. But oh, I'm like so excited that I could just dump it in the crock pot this morning and be done with it. I never would have thought of Windex as being something to like use on a bunch of different stuff. That is good to know. I will definitely be trying that. Huh. Ugh, I have to pack for my trip, and I'm like, usually I have like my outfits planned out ahead of time and everything, and I just do not this year. Oh, I know it's gonna be so good. I went over and I was like looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I just want to eat that. But yeah, this year I'm a little off this year, and I know it's because we've been like on the go so much, and then having that thrown in with my husband leaving for a couple days. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, what do you have to lose if they're already? Yay! Thank you, Debbie. Yeah, if the boots already look ruined, you might as well at least try the Windex and toothbrush and see if it helps. That's a good point. And I like, it's funny, I have certain shoes that I keep the boxes for, and I keep them in the box under my bed, but I know exactly what they are. Like, I can tell you right now what shoes are under there. But like, certain things I take like extra good care of. And sometimes it's not even like they're an expensive shoe. Like, I don't know. But also, our house gets super dusty. So certain materials, like, you don't want to leave out, because if they get dust on them, it's hard to get it off. And so, it's so those ones sometimes stay in boxes too. Because my husband's like, "Do you even know what you've got under there?" I'm like, yeah. Yes, I do. My Doc Martens are in shoe bags. They actually got sent to me by Kathleen from Design and Entertaining. Yes, dust and fur if you've got animals. Yeah, it drives me crazy. Like, my bathroom gets so dusty. I'm like, how does this bathroom get so dusty? I do not understand it. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. And yeah, we don't even have animals or anything, so it's not like we've got animals bringing dirt in or hair or whatever. It's just everything's dusty as heck. But who knows? Yeah, I feel like I'm like sort of like, even on when my husband and I just went over on the west side. Oh, in front of a rock quarry, that would, excuse me, that would definitely do it. Oh, okay. Alyssa, I love her. Smart girl. Um, yeah, I mean, we obviously live on dirt roads and we have fields around us. So, I mean, I get why there's dust, but I'm like, but how does it get so dusty so fast? And especially, I get it like in the summer and stuff. If you've got like windows open, or like in the spring, and I should say spring and fall, because that's when I have windows open, not in the summer. Um, oh, okay. So I get that though, like if the windows are open and stuff, dust coming in, but otherwise I don't get it. Like, all winter long and stuff, I'm like, where is this dust coming from? It drives me crazy. And like, we change our filter on our furnace and stuff. Like, it's not, I don't know. And that never gets like crazy dusty. That's what's weird to me too. I'm like, okay, like, people talk about their furnace filters being like disgusting when they change them. Ours aren't. I'm like, okay, this is not doing what it's supposed to, because the dust is apparently just flying all around our house. I don't understand it. What I was saying, I was like, clothes are so much fun to me, and I was so lazy with what I took on our trip last week. I was like, jeans, a sweatshirt. Like, I was just not really, and that's kind of how I feel right now for this weekend. Like, I'm like, I need to. Oh, yeah, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Um, like, figure out what I want to wear this weekend, because I want to be cute. It's kind of hard. It's supposed to be like in the low to mid 40s while we're gone this weekend. Last time I looked, it wasn't rain or anything, so hopefully that continues. Maybe we'll get snow though. I would love that. I love when we go on our trip and we get snow, because we listen to Christmas music and stuff. This is like our girls' shopping weekend. It's like Christmas, like the kickoff, you know. And So if we get some snow, that would be great. And like the area where we go, it's all decorated for Christmas and stuff when we go there and stuff. So it's super fun. Get you in that mood. But it's kind of hard to dress because like we go to outlets 1 or 2 of the days. We go to a mall one day. Oh, okay. And so, you know, it depends on what you're doing, what you want to wear. Like if you're going in and out of these outside, oh yeah, I think it's supposed to be like that here too. It has been really cold. Actually, my son came in last night after work. Was it after work? No, when he got back from his girlfriend, so it was later at night. But he's like, it was cold out there. But yeah, so it's kind of hard to dress because it's like when you're going in and out of stores, it's cold. But if you have a big bulky coat on, then you get too hot when you're in the store. Then you have to carry it and you're trying to juggle stuff. And like, that's not fun. The mall day is the easiest because it's like, you kind of just tough it out running into the mall, like being a little bit cold, but then don't have like a coat and stuff that you're carrying around. So you can just enjoy the day and shop and whatever. But, oh yeah, Christy, that I can understand that. That's my poor brother-in-law. He has serious back issues right now. He's gonna have to have surgery, and he hasn't been able to sleep in his bed for like over a month, and he's miserable. Yep, that's kind of the outfits. And some people wear like vests, so they've got the warmer, you know, but not too hot when they're in somewhere, or if they have to take it off, it's not too bulky to carry and things like that. But it is kind of funny. Actually, it's worse if it's kind of warmer, which last year during the day, it was warmer during the day, but at night it gets really cold. And, oh, okay. Oh, I'll be so jealous if you get snow. um, and so it's like, it was hard to dress because, and that's what my cousin was like, oh, I hate when it's warm like this on this trip because it's hard to dress for during the day while you're out, but then it gets cold while you're out. And so it's like, you have to make sure you're taking coats with you and messing with stuff. It's kind of a pain. So I kind of like it when I know already, okay, it's going to be cold. So just plan accordingly. Like it's cold during the day, it's cold at night. So like just figure out, you know. So yeah, I'll have to figure out what I want to wear. I don't know. Like I usually have some outfits I'm excited about and stuff, and this year I just really don't. I'll have to definitely look through that. I think I'm trying to keep myself busy since my husband's leaving. Even today, like I said, he'll be home for dinner tonight and stuff. Like he should be home probably in about 15 minutes or something. And he'll have dinner with us tonight, and then he has to drive to go to stay to the place where this other convention thing is that he has to go to, conference. But so I've been trying to like keep myself busy doing stuff so that I'm not thinking about it because I just get like upset about it. And yes, definitely rather be cold than hot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do not do well with being hot at all. Like I don't want to be freezing cold either. That's not comfortable either, but I would much rather like be able to layer things and get warm that way and drink warm stuff and you know whatever and kind of warm yourself up, where when it's too hot and you can't like escape that feeling, it like makes me freak out. So, definitely. I also need to, ooh, this is my reminder. You guys can remind me. Hey Danielle, did you do that? I need to call my doctor today or text her or something. Yeah, I can't do heat. And because I need to have her call in a lab order for me so I can get my thyroid levels checked so I can figure out, because my medication's going to need to be refilled pretty soon. So I want to make sure I don't need to change my dosage before I redo it. Yeah, I'm like, I loved this girl's like, oh, your scar looks really good right in your wrinkles or something. And I was like, oh, but I know what you meant, like right in the natural wrinkles of your neck, which I'm like glad my surgeon did that, but right in your wrinkles. Thanks. Yeah, and that's like for this trip, usually you do a lot of layering outfits because it's just easier that way than if you need to take something off and whatever. And then like the one day, so this year we used to stay in the same hotel for years and years and years, and we really liked it, but it was getting more expensive. And so they have like a happy hour at night, and you would get like a certain amount of like drink tickets per room and stuff, which I don't care because I don't drink, but So other people were glad because I gave them mine. But they had like food and stuff, and they had pretty decent food. They'd have like baked potatoes, and you could load them with stuff. Like they'd have chili, and they'd have hot dogs and nachos and salad and whatever different stuff. And so that was kind of nice, except for, and they had breakfast stuff in the morning, which we always utilize the breakfast stuff. But sometimes people would be like, well, let's get back for happy hour, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to leave from shopping and not have the time that we want to shop to get back for the dumb hotel happy hour. Do you know what I'm saying? But you were paying for part of that. That's why the rooms were so expensive. However, all of us would wake up in the morning miserable every day. Your eyes would be bloodshot. Everyone would be like coughing all night, like you had to have drinks next to your bed. I'm making my neck all red. I need to stop touching it. It was just like we all would feel terrible. I have headaches in the morning and stuff. I would get a migraine every single year. It was just, I don't know. I think it's the air quality or something. So last year we switched and we stayed in cabins at like this campground resort thing that my mom and a bunch of my aunts belong to. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Carla. I look forward to talking to you more. And so we went and stayed at these cabins because we thought, you know what, we have a hard time with in the room. There's so many of us, and you get talking and you're loud and you're laughing. Well, other people staying in the hotel don't want to listen to us cackle all night. And so we decided we'd go stay in these cabins and see, how that worked out. So it was, like I said, warmer last year. So we actually had campfires that night. And we got talked to because we were too loud. Someone called on us and they came and told us we needed to be quiet. And they were like kind of a jerk too. And so I'm like, well, that stinks. Like we went to the campground and it's in November, so there's hardly anybody there, but somebody called. So we're like, dang, like we can't go anywhere. Well, my sister, her and a group of friends stayed in a house that they rented, like a VRBO kind of thing, or Verbo, or however you say it. And she was like, I don't know why we never thought about this before. Why don't we rent a house or something? Because then we can be as loud as we want and whatever. I mean, it's not like we're throwing a party. I don't have music playing loud and stuff. It's just us talking and laughing, And so that's what we did for this year. So I'm super excited because it's awesome. And it's in the same town where the hotel was that we go every year. So, we can do our normal thing where we walk that town and stuff again. And because last year, we were like, I think like 20 minutes away from that town or something. So it was a little bit of a hike and stuff, but so this year we'll be back in that same vicinity and it should be really fun. Like the only thing I'm worried about, except for we had this situation last year too, but there's only 2 full bathrooms and there's 13 women. So for like getting ready and stuff. Thank you so much. I hope so too. Like I hope people, I feel like every time right before we're going, there's some sort of complaining and people being butts about something. And but then once we get there, for the most part, things work out. There's usually a squabble here or there. Not gonna lie. Last year we only had one slight issue. It was the first year that we had such a small amount of drama, so that was interesting. But it's just like trying to, like my friend Jenny said, I was kind of texting her yesterday about it and stuff, and I said, she's like, just focus on having fun with the people who want to have fun too, kind of thing, like the non-drama people. And that's really what it is. Once we get there, like my mom said, once we get there and when we go out shopping, everyone kind of breaks off in different groups. And sometimes you meet up during the day and some people switch out and it just kind of is whatever goes, and a lot of people who over the years have had small kids and wanted to go to like Carter's and Oshkosh and stuff like that. Well, I don't have any interest in that. My kids are way older. So then I'd hook up with a different group and go do that stuff. Yes, exactly. That's exactly the same way I feel. I love my family. I absolutely love them. I don't mean it that way, but there are some personalities that you really can only take in small doses because, like I said, some people refuse to see that they might be causing issues even when you try to lovingly tell them. And so it's like, what more can you do than that? Once you tell them, if they're not willing to do anything about it, you kind of just have to keep your distance because it doesn't do any good. It just drives you crazy, And I'm like, I was kind of, actually I cried a little bit about it yesterday to my husband because I'm like, it makes me mad. Like, you pay all this money to go on this trip and look forward to it, and then you have these people who just have to make an issue. Like, why can't you just go and have fun? And some people just can't help themselves. That's the thing too. Well, and that was another thing that I was saying, because I have, it's mostly one aunt that does it. It is just one aunt that does this, on my mom's side, whatever. She's the kind of person, like, she doesn't care to know anything about me. She like makes fun of stuff that is enjoy, like me having a YouTube channel. She thinks is ridiculous, and she makes sure to let it be known. Yes, exactly. Not their fault, everybody else. And so, yeah, she thinks it's stupid that I have a YouTube channel. She rolls her eyes if someone says something about it. Or she said, the one year she goes, my grandma was telling her, she's like, oh, Danielle on her channel, she did this. And she goes, I don't have time for that. SHIT. And I'm like, okay, like, do you really have to say that? Like, she just has to say something. She's the kind of person who has to say something about everything. It's so annoying. And everyone feels that way. And it's like, yeah, and they do. They're like, oh, it takes you long enough to get ready. Well, I get up way before everybody else. I don't bother anybody. Like, I'll get in the shower way early, like get up way early to get in the shower, or take one the night before, whatever. So I'm very courteous about, I bring my own little mirror and stuff and tuck myself away, so I'm not taking up like the main space where people are getting ready. It's like, why do you care? And why do you care? I don't know. Because when people are unhappy, they just find things to pick on about other people. But and so it's like, I know I've got that every year sometimes, you know, and it's like, you don't want to know anything about me or what makes me happy or what I enjoy, but you definitely want to tell me if there's something you think that I'm doing that I, you know, should be done differently. And it's like, you don't get a say in my life and how I do things. Yeah, that's easier said than done, Christy. And then sometimes she'll be okay. But there's usually always something that has to be said. And then there's other people who actually are usually a bigger issue on this trip than her. So that's the weird part about it. But it's like, I don't know. Oh, that's fun. It's Halloween. It's not like you're like putting makeup all over her face for school every day or something. That's the thing. I just think it's weird. Like, you know, or like my sister was saying, she gets irritated because people will say to her, like, oh, you should be doing this, and why aren't you, you know, like about like her daughter or whatever. And it's like, we live every day without you, and we do just fine. Like, you don't need to come in and tell us how to like raise our daughter, you know. Hey, Katie. Hello, hello. But yeah, it's just, you know, for some people just cannot, it's like a compulsion in them that they have to tell you what they're thinking. Like, it is possible to think something and not say it. It's totally possible. Oh my gosh. There was nothing provocative about that. That's the thing. It's the type of person, like, and it's, they will find fault with everything. And that's the thing too. It doesn't matter what I do. There will be something, some kind of fault found. And I have a few people in my life who do that. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You guys, I'm going to tell myself right now. You ready for this? I tell on myself because I'm just going to be real with you always about everything. So I hope that's okay. I have the lies of YouTube happening right now because, you know, I like put on jewelry and obviously I have makeup and stuff on and lashes. But let me show you the lower half of my body. I have on some sweatpants and slippers. This is what I'm wearing, which totally does not match the rest of what I'm wearing. So that's why I call the lies of YouTube, when you just see like the top part that looks put together. The bottom part is not. I was like, I'm just staying home. I didn't go to Bible study today just because I was so overwhelmed. So I texted my friend Ann, who, thank you, honey, who is the pastor who does the Bible study, and my friend Jenny and stuff. And I was like, hey, I'm not going to be there. Like, nothing's wrong. I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed. No, it's so funny because it's like, why? Like, if you're just putting something on to film, why get the bottom half of you all dressed and be uncomfortable? Like, I didn't want the constricting. I mean, I ate some stuff over the past week and like, I feel like my pants are a little tight. I was not about to put jeans on that no one's going to see anyway. Aw. That's a weird question. But yeah, I never know if things are like something weird or not. So Penny, I'll let you decide on that one. Penny's like my go-to girl. But yeah, I know, it's so funny because it's like, I'm sure most people do it, but like people don't want to say it because, you know, you're trying to seem very professional and put together. I am not professional and put together in any aspect of my life, so I'm not going to act like I am. Like, I put my makeup on today. Well, I actually recorded makeup. This is actually a little bit different than what I recorded because I wanted to change it up a little so you didn't see the same thing. I had a different shirt and jewelry and stuff on actually for the thing I recorded, and then I threw this on to do my live. So there you go. Yep, I'm never gonna act like, yeah, I agree. But yeah, I'm never gonna act like, oh yes, like I've got this professionally down. No, and I don't even have any interest in doing that. That's too much pressure. I kind of live a life where I like, you know, I want to push myself outside of my comfort zone on different things and like better myself, but I'm not interested in, oh, thank you. But I'm not interested in doing things that I feel like pressured by, you know, like that make me anxious. Like, why? Don't do that to yourself. There's enough things that you don't have control over that cause that feeling. Don't do things to yourself that cause that, you know? So that's why I'll wear my sweats and my slippers on the bottom half when I've got my other stuff on. And I actually feel like my hair doesn't look as bad as I thought it did. So, like I had been wearing extensions, not all the time. But this is literally all my hair. Like it's all pulled forward. So I have like, you know, no hair. But when I first did it, I just colored my hair yesterday. And so I usually only, when I do conditioner, I usually only do the bottom parts of my hair down here. But because I colored my hair, I wanted to deep condition it. And so I have conditioner everywhere. And I was like, oh, that is not good for my hair because it just weighs it down extra. But I'm like, oh, I don't think it looks super terrible. So that's good. Except for this one piece that keeps popping out and doing something weird. I thought I really liked when I cut bangs and put like the layer in when I first did that. However, so here's my bangs because they're growing now. But like when I curl them over with this hair, like sometimes it comes uncurled and it sticks out like this. I have no idea why, like if I go in wind or anything. So I keep finding myself just tucking it behind my ear like I used to do when I didn't have bangs anyway. And then these shorter parts, which is like that one little curl that keeps doing something crazy, like it's starting to bug me. So I'm like, I'll just let the layers grow back out. And it was fun for a minute and I thought I really liked it, but it's not really working out for me. But thankfully it's not like something drastic that I did that I'm like, oh, I'll have this horrible growing out period from. But yeah, you know, when you have 6 strands of hair, what can you do? I have a cousin who we actually look a lot alike. We were on our girl shopping trip. It was probably 4 years or so ago. And she was sitting across the table from me. Yeah. And so these people from another table could see me. And all of a sudden at the end, she had gotten up to go to the bathroom and she came back and this girl came from the other table and was like, oh my gosh, this whole time we thought that was you. And we're like, isn't that Lene? Isn't that, you know, whatever. And then was like, oh, I missed what Christy said. I'm sorry. But, you know, and then they're like, yeah, that was a brave moment. Thankfully it didn't turn out disastrous. But it was just funny because they're like, we were looking at her thinking it was you, and then you walked by to go to the bathroom and we're like, no, that's Lene. And I'm like, yep, because it's funny, everyone has always thought that her mom was my mom, because my mom has like blonde hair and stuff, her mom has dark hair, and Lene and I look a lot alike. And so it was just kind of funny. I'm like, that lets you know just how much we do look alike, that somebody was totally thinking I was her because they hadn't seen her in a few years, you know, and stuff. But that's pretty funny. We have a lot of family resemblances you can see between like different of the cousins and stuff. And I think that's so cool how family, like you see resemblances like that, or mannerisms. It's really funny because my cousin Matthew, you know, my kids didn't spend a ton of time around him, but my oldest son does things sometimes like different faces he makes and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so Matthew. That's the weirdest thing. And then my cousin Brandon, my son Riley, does stuff like him all the time. And they have a very similar personality too, just like that smart aleck, you know, kind of thing. And mess with you, like my dad, same thing, like that they show affection by like bugging the heck out of you kind of thing. And but he does things like Brandon all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not like he spent a ton of time with Brandon, you know, but like just different things that you pick up, mannerisms and stuff that you didn't necessarily have to spend a lot of time with someone, you see that they are just, you know, traits, like genetics that happen. It's really funny. My husband has said to me a couple times lately, he's like, you do this thing with your mouth that every time you do it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so much like your grandma, my grandma Powser, who passed away. And he's like, there's something like comforting and happy about it to me. He's like, it's because it's like every time you do it, I think of her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so much like she always did that. And he said it's when I do like something like that, but he goes, you make a face after it. It's the exact same thing she always did, like same thing. Oh, that's funny. I know, it is crazy. Like, I don't know. But you see so many resemblances and stuff, and then it's funny how some people can't see it, like in their own kids or something. Like my son Asher, my youngest, his physique, faces he makes, the way he sits, the way he stands, everything is like my husband's dad. It's like insane. And everybody, oh, okay, dark hair and eyes, yep, isn't that funny? Um, Everybody says it, like, oh my gosh, that is so much like Dave, is his name. And oh wow. See, and I think that's cool too. My kids look so different too. But you know, everybody says it, like it's crazy. Like you can tell they're related. My mother-in-law does not see it. Every time someone says, she's like, no, they don't. And we're like, yes, they do. Like he's so much like him. Asher has light hair where Brian's dad has dark hair. But other than that, they have their feet, they have the same long ski feet with long toes. They've got the way they sit with their leg crossed. I mean, Asher is Brian's dad as far as like stuff like that. And it's so funny because she just does not see it. She refuses to see it. And I'm like, everybody's telling you. Like, obviously it's a thing. But I don't know. I think more so like, and with your kids, a lot of times you see the differences more than the similarities. But like, as my kids are getting older, I'm starting to see things about them that are similar that, you know, I didn't see when they were younger. So, but it's kind of a cool thing. I like it. But anyway, I'm assuming, I thought I might have heard something a little bit ago. Because definitely I want to spend time with my husband before he's going to be leaving tonight. So I wanted to come on here and do my live because it makes me happy and I wanted to talk to you guys. But I definitely want to go spend the rest of the time that my husband is home this evening because he won't leave late because he's got quite a drive. So, and I don't want him to leave late and be on the expressway with the deer. Because, oh my goodness, last week when we were driving, I'm like, there's stuff dead everywhere. Like, there's so many, you know, deer and raccoons. I mean, hit a raccoon. That would be a much better option. Isn't that funny? Oh, and this is another funny thing. The people who are going to be moving next to us, she was talking to me back and forth the one day through text and whatever. And she sent me pictures of her kids and was saying stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you know, your daughter looks so much like you. She's adopted. I'm like, what? And she goes, no, everyone says it though. Like everyone thinks she looks like me. And it's funny because she's adopted. I'm like, that's crazy. Yes, Penny, thank you. You always got my back, girl. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. Like, how did that happen? Like, and then I know a family who, they got a call one night that they, you know, were going to do like, I don't know if it was foster to adopt or just adopting, whatever, but they got a call the one night that a woman had come in and had a baby and left it there. Like her and her husband didn't want it. So they said, you know, do you want to come and do you want, you know, to adopt this baby basically? And so they went and got this baby. Well, then like a couple years later, the same couple did the same thing. So they went and got this baby. Well, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And so then the third, they got another call and they're like, well, how do we take two kids, you know, full siblings, and then how would this child feel to know, well, they took my other two siblings, but not me, kind of thing. So they took this third child, all from the same parents who just kept having kids and leaving them at the hospital, and then a fourth, like, I'm not kidding, a fourth child. And thankfully, after that, the mom got her tubes tied. But so they are 4 full-blood siblings that this family adopted. And like, but the weird thing is, when you look at these kids, they look like their mom and dad. But it's not actually their mom and dad. Like, these people did not give birth to them. I know, Carla. That's why I was like, come on. And those are the kind of situations where you're like, okay, I mean, you can't take over people's rights, but it's like, how do people keep like this couple? But the thing is, I think they had one or two that they kept, which what an awful thing. Like, well, we're going to keep these ones that we gave birth to, but not these ones. But yeah, can you even imagine? So they have 4 full-blood siblings that they adopted, which is amazing. But yeah, the kids look like them. I know. It's just crazy. But like, you know, and like they said, how do you take some of them and not the others? You know, like, you want the kids to be together, their family. And, you know, like they were like, we'd feel terrible to say yes to some of them and no to the others, you know? And so, but I think they were very, they had said to their caseworker or whatever, like, we can't do anymore. Like, we cannot do more than 4, you know? I mean, that's already a lot. And whatever. And then thankfully the woman got her tubes tied. I don't know why she didn't do it long before that. Penny. Not the same thing, but I did that with my kids. I love you. I know, you feel bad, right? It's like, no, but they're siblings. Like, they need to be together. I know. Oh my gosh, but crazy. And thank God there's people like that out there who are willing, you know, and can do that. Because it was like, oh, I can't even imagine. But I mean, it's one thing, and plus two, it wasn't like they expected. It's not like they knew with each one coming, like, oh, hey, this woman's pregnant again. Do you want the baby? Like, she doesn't want it. That's not how they did it. She'd come in, have the baby, and they would leave the hospital and leave it there. So it was like they would be getting a call at night. There's another one here. Like, do you want this? Do you want to come and get this baby? And so, like, can you even imagine that? Like, it's not even like you have prepared ahead of time, like, we're going to be adopting. It's like, we don't have anything for a newborn. We're rushing around getting stuff and going and getting this baby, and it's part of our family. Like, I cannot even fathom that. Like, oh my gosh. It takes a special kind of person for sure. Thank God there's people like that out there. But I know I said I was going, so I guess I am going to go now. There's only 3 people left. Thank you for those of you who are here. And thank you guys just so much. You made me feel better just getting to talk to you, and pray that I don't snap on anyone on our girl shopping weekend. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, how do these, I mean, think about that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that is what I told my sister yesterday. I said, having a hard time getting really in the mode for going on this trip because I feel like I'm just have been pushed to the point where I feel like I could snap on somebody, and that's not me. That's not who I want to be. That's not. So that's my big thing is like, do not allow yourself to get to that point. And so pray for me that I don't, because I don't really want to be that person. But thank you guys. I love you so much. And I will, well, obviously you'll be seeing videos while I'm gone and whatever, but then I'll be back and see you here next Tuesday. So have a good day, everybody. Love you.